Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys tonight now, I wanted to come on really quickly and share that actually tonight whenever I got to work, well actually towards the end of my shift, I looked at my schedule and I actually do work tomorrow. So, um that obviously Sunday reset will not happen. But it's really cool because you guys can see obviously I went ahead and I looked for a very long time at just all these multiple different um, avenues and, different money saving here and money saving there. And I actually ended up realizing that, um, there were a couple really good outfits. So I eventually, looked at the different prices and such, and then I was like, well, I could actually go $5 more. So I went ahead and did that. Um, Pretty much, just trying to save a little bit of money and stuff during the ordering process. $5 here, $5 there. It could definitely be good for Florida. But again, you need the clothes for Florida. Duh. Right? So, yes, I eventually went ahead and got all of that stuff. I was shopping for over an hour, guys, trying to find all this different fun stuff. I actually did first start on my phone, but then obviously pretty much everything just came up on Amazon. So I just used my Gram's Amazon account. And yes, it is obviously her who has the Prime. And obviously I'll get her this money paid back, just because, again, side note, but, she doesn't like bank cards being in, stuff like that, just because it is easier to hack, right, at that point. So it's better to just use a credit card, right? So yes, obviously everybody knows that, right? Like that's common banking knowledge, right? Anyhow, guys, although speaking of banking knowledge, that didn't make any sense. So, for example, you guys remember whenever I went to my job in August, remember how they said that the first paycheck was, an actual check, right? And then the rest was direct deposit, right? So, for example, some places, I remember in 2019, I had worked at a grocery store, right? Well, I'll just say it was a Weis store somewhere. Uh, there are lots of them around, so I feel okay by saying that. So anyhow, guys, I worked at a Weis store, and you could cash the check there, right? And it was always a paper check, right, that they would cash for you if you wanted it, up to like 900 some dollars. So because they know, right? Let's say Walmart does that too. So Walmart knows that they make $1 million every second. In the time that I've been making this video, they've made 300, well, no, this is not in seconds. You guys get the point. A lot of money. Like half, 500 million or 300 million. Yeah, an insane amount, guys. Anyhow, so yes, because Walmart knows that and they're cashing it from their own account, right? From the Walmart headquarters. Well, it would obviously be, I forget who the owner and CEO and founder of Walmart is, honestly. I forget who the heck it is. But anyhow, you guys get the point. So because, and it's probably not in his account either. Again, you guys get that point of this. That's not the point, though. You guys already know how all that goes. So, anyhow, guys. So, yes, because Walmart knows that, they're able to cash that because it's their own check in the moment. And obviously, $500, let's say, is what the check is for, is definitely less than $1 million. So you have that to cover. And it's like also with, suicide prevention too, since I haven't done a suicide Saturday in a while. So obviously, you guys know, and I shared before, right? It's how it's supposed to go, is helping people is first, right? Big fat paycheck, keeping the place open, right? Having money, liability, right? All that is second, right? Yes. So I don't, and obviously good police too, right? They don't come into work, right, to just say, well, you're drunk and put you in jail, right? Sometimes they have to remind you, right? And the good ones remind you too. Like, look, I don't want to come in here, but when you call us, and then you call 911 acting like that, we're gonna show up and we're not just gonna be, oh yeah, right, real friendly. And we're gonna remind you that the issue isn't your attitude, the issue is that you're drunk and we can't let you leave. Remember the woman in the school property? So it's yeah, you don't come into work. And you could even do that with probation officers too. Once somebody is out from jail, you don't want them to go right back in, right? That's what probation is for. So it's okay, so you think I really want to put you back in there? No. But if you leave me no other choice, then I have to, right? You guys get the point, right? So, it's okay, so you don't come into work as a manager of a bank or whatever to say, haha, you did us a wrong check, now we can get you for more money, ha ha ha, boo hoo hoo for you, right? It's no, I don't come into work to do that, but if I have to, well then yeah, I have to. And I don't say boo hoo hoo, right? Ha ha, and mock you, right? For writing a bad check. So still though, so you're not gonna expect the person who received the check, right, to cover somebody else's mistake, right? So it's again, it just doesn't make sense. But anyhow, guys, I just wanted to share that nice little cool twist for a Saturday, Suicide Saturday twist, and also a law enforcement twist in there too, right? And probation, which also goes off law enforcement, and recovery and all that other stuff. Anyhow, guys, so yes, obviously then after all that searching around, I did also then get a whole bunch of different stuff. I did have one thing that I did get, but I'm not going to take a picture of it. It'll be a surprise to when we get to 4. So, anyhow, guys, I'll go ahead here, though, and I'll get going. It's 10:40 tonight right now. So I definitely got to brush my teeth and then get ready for my big run tomorrow. I also did the research as well, and I have 7.72, and to be my full marathon month before the end of the month. So that equivalates 3.8 each time. So probably tomorrow I'll do 4 miles, and then I'll only have 4 some left. Yeah, I mean, I might even do up to 5 and just bang that out, and then I just have 2.7 by the end of the month. So I'll have to think about that as well, because we are getting that little bit of a storm here tonight, and hopefully they underpredict it, or it stays south a little bit. Well, more east, because it's a whirlpool. They showed it on the TV tonight. It's like a whirlpool spinning around. So, yeah, hopefully, it stays way down south, southeast, Philly, Newmark or something, New Jersey, some big town in New Jersey. And then there's New Haven they showed. I think that's still New Jersey. Anyhow, you guys get the point. The whole the whole area there is gonna get hammered with another 12 feet. And obviously they already had 12 feet about a month ago. So actually, yeah, pretty much exactly a month ago. Because you guys remember the AFC Championship game was on January 22nd? Yeah, 22nd. Yeah, so, and now today is the 21st. So, crazy, guys. Alright, guys, so anyhow, I'll go ahead here and I'll get going, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today now, I wanted to do my wake up video as promised and planned, so you guys can officially see I'm not 30 minutes after waking up standing in front of my mirror. I literally just woke up. I'm very happy and excited. I did though wake up and look at my mirror, and yeah, I'm very happy that I'm going to Miami, and the music video actually fits it perfectly, because they showed Philly last afternoon, not last evening. Anyhow, they showed them last afternoon, and they're supposed to get a whole nother foot, and that actually fits really, really well. Obviously, again, he just puts that in the video because he's from Philly. So, but yeah, they're supposed to get like another foot. So, I don't know if I don't know. I'm sure there's probably like PennDOT cameras in that general area that I could look at and find. Because I know they probably have a couple on the turnpike, but they're so high up, you know. They might show some stuff there, but yeah, it really fits it this morning, and I'm gonna make sure I do another. Welcome to Miami. Alright, Tom, get the plane. Alright, guys, anyhow, so I'm gonna go ahead here, I'm gonna get going, and then, after my run today, which is obviously at the gym, I'll find some stuff here to do until work. So, and like I said last night, you know, the clothing coming on Tuesday and Wednesday fits me having Tuesday and Wednesday off perfectly. And it also gives people time to clear the road, you know, and stuff like that. So I can have a really good time at the Lowe's and getting all my stuff. So, alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead here and wake up, and then I'll talk to you guys later.
Dynamiting.
I know.
Not around here.
That we sometimes miss. But as with many of Jesus'
Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today now. It's now about 11:50. I have officially been home. I made my Instagram post, so I will again encourage you guys to look at my Instagram post for that wording of the run today. But I will obviously still on here post the time and everything. Then I'll let you guys go on and you know, get the rest of the story from there. So anyhow, guys, I'm very happy and excited as well. You guys can officially see with the snow not being as bad as they thought it was today, I'll officially be able to go and, or yeah, with the snow on the roads. Obviously, it'll still cover the ice, so I won't be able to see if there's big long cracks like there was last year, because last night when I left work, my phone actually showed me that, you know, the year ago update and everything. And yes, I am wearing my Miami bottoms because welcome to Miami. Alright, anyhow guys, so yes, it showed me that that's when I was walking there and I saw all the breaks and everything. So I'm very curious to see whenever I go if it broke where. Yeah, it broke, Momo. That's crazy. I am, because the pictures that were just on the screen were from upstream of that. But I don't think that the ice, you know, I think it's, again, it's so hard to tell because it's just a force of weight against a force of weight, right? So if the force of the weight of the ice behind it is heavier than the force of the ice from wherever it is to the dam, then yes, that will push that ice down, and it'll just be a monumentum, just landslide of water or ice on the water. But I don't think that ice looked like it was enough that it was going to be able to knock the ice down where I go. So I'm very happy and excited as well to them to clear all the roads. And I was probably going to go, I was going to go down after my run, but I decided not to today. But I'll definitely go on Tuesday and see. But still, guys, that's only 4 days. So, you know, if it already broke upstream in 4 days, it could probably break there in 2 days, which would be only 2 days off. Again, that's crazy. And also, I did also not share as well that your first guess counts as your first time changing it too, right? Like I said with, you know, they have today and tomorrow, right? So 2 days including today, right, to get me that. So yes, obviously 2 days including today. So, you know, that first time that you make your guess counts as your technically a first time changing it too, you know, because you can't change it 2 times, you know. Now there isn't any special, you know, like, hey, you know, you have to make it at least 10 days out, right? Like you have to make a guess though on Valentine's Day, but it can be more than 10 days out for your first, you know. And because and if it is, actually, I'll have to change this rule for next year. When actually I did the same last year, so it's okay. So this is just an addition in general. If you do over 10 days, it counts as your first change, right? Because you have a good idea, right? I mean, yeah, it is Pennsylvania for you, but we still do have some decency, right? Occasionally. Not like Florida, though. But we still do get those decent days. So, yes, it'll be really, really fun and exciting to see if it officially broke. And if it did, then I know that it was the 21st. So I was actually 5 days off. But yeah, anyhow, guys, it's really, really cool. All of that stuff. So yeah, it's definitely, again, though, just been a really, really fun time. And I already showed earlier in the film that I looked at the pictures and I was obviously wrong. It didn't really snow much there at all, which is crazy. So that's wild. They must have probably predicted almost all of this wrong. I'll have to get the Weather Channel on for lunch here, but I have to go get lunch here really, really soon. So yeah, guys, I'm just very, very happy and excited that I only have 2.7 more miles, and everything is just lining up here absolutely amazing before Florida. We're going to get everything out, and oh my god, it's going to be so, so, so much fun. Alright, guys, so I'll show some cooking, me getting around lunch, and that'll pretty much be it for today. But yeah, it's definitely been really, really fun. I'll get my shower when I come home tonight, and then maybe on Tuesday and Wednesday we can do big time more fishtail braid practice, so that'll be really, really fun. So there's just a lot of really, really good stuff coming up, guys, and I'm so happy and excited for all of it. So I'll go ahead here, though, and I'll get going, and yeah, I'm just trying to take up time, so I'll stop trying to take up time, and I'll go ahead here, and I'll get going. Talk to you guys later. Some goldfish, cheeseburger, peanut butter honey graham crackers, and some grapes. It's gonna be a good lunch, Moo, huh? It's a good lunch. You know what, I'm gonna wait to get out that cheese. Get my cooker. Get my fork. My cookers. Alright. And while that's cooking, open this up. How many did I get out of this? Do you remember? How many bowls? I think it was a good 20. And while that's cooking, I'll eat these. I brushed my teeth already this morning. Usually I do it after lunch, but I did it this morning, so then I can possibly get to my graham crackers too. It'll be good. Alright, time to turn it on. Started at 3.5. Yeah, it's all thawed out, so it'll be real, real quick.